Hey, what's going on, fellas? Fets here with another attack chopper commentary, tactics, and tips video for you. And let me just get rid of this boring crap at the beginning. I'm going to fast forward through this first jet encounter that's always tedious. And get you to the action here. So we're on the 5 Flag Wake, which is new for us console guys. It's this Wake Island Conquest second day, I think it's called. And a lot of stuff to go over in this video. This is post-patch, so some new things and new behavior of the vehicles. One of the things that's new, you'll see right here in this first encounter, is tanks and air vehicles with a laser designator. Now, I'll give you an idea that they're using that laser designator. It looks just like a SO-flame on the ground, and that's a close-up of what it looks like if you're not sure. So you get a big red flashlight coming off the front of the vehicle to let you know that they're locking, and that's why right here I go to the guided rockets instead of worrying about getting a lock on him with AA. Just because I knew he was going to take the time to lock me up with the laser. If I could take him out first, I'd win that fight. So that's what I do. So this game is a lot of domination with the air vehicle. The chopper's really strong now, if you can avoid a few pitfalls. And you saw I just came over a SO-flame back there, and I know he's going to be to my back left here. So I fly away from him, and I try to stay low on this tank I'm coming up to here. And I want to pop this tank and get away from the SO-flame at the same time. So that's kind of what's going on now. And I'm staying low. And one of the only things that can lock you below radar is the SO-flame now with laser designators. So javelins and other A's, or not javelins, but your stingers and your igloos aren't going to lock you down low like that. And this map lets you really take advantage of that. It makes the attack chopper strong. It's making it a lot of fun. Not as much fun when I'm on the ground and someone can beat me up with one, but it's a lot more fun to fly. As long as you do it right, and I happen to develop that fly low approach early, so it's kind of paying off for me, with some exceptions, RPGs and tank rounds. But this was a pretty good game. I have a question here for you guys to answer in the comments, if you would. On maps like this, I feel that this is not spawn camping. I see this guy going for the chopper, and well, you know, I think, what am I going to do? Am I going to count to 10 and then say go, and let him come take me out? The jet just crashed. I highlight jet crash coming at me. Jet cannons are definitely weaker, and I like that a lot. And I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you at once, but if you guys aren't aware of this altimeter, this red box here that is not always red, when it is red, that indicates that you're below radar, if you didn't know that. So that's a good way to tell if you're actually flying below radar or not. So now it's gone back to the white or yellow, and that means I'm not benefiting from below radar anymore. You have to be below radar for like 3 seconds before it actually kicks in, but it doesn't take long once you get down, as long as you stay down low to break a lock even below radar. Definitely worth working at grinding, getting that unlocked. So I do want you guys to answer about the spawn trap too. You know, I don't feel like it's a spawn trap on a map like this, because that's not a spawn. It's a flag that I'm trying to control. It's my team's trying to control. And I always feel bad shooting a chopper like that when they hold the airfield. But at the same time, I just feel like that's how you play these maps. Sharky's another one where you shoot the chopper off the building to echo, or steal it. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on that, guys, if you would. And also on the patch with the changes to the helicopter, I'd like to hear what you guys think. So I'm flying here with Atypical Sarge. He's actually someone we met through YouTube, who's a really good player, a good team player, likes to play the objective. So we started playing a little bit, and I just found a spot in that party. Just talk a little bit about the gameplay. I'm actually running guided rockets on the attack chopper. I want to try those out because I had read in the patch notes that the laser designator on the attack chopper would not allow you to fire your gunner's air-to-ground missile to other air vehicles, like I've talked about in my other video. It turns out that's not true. We can still lock on with the gunner missile on the air vehicles, and that's still a really powerful tactic. So I think I'm going to stick with the laser designator, as much as I like the guided rockets, and I think that's still the best setup. So that's what I'm going to be running. I even tried running a proximity scan, And that was just because I've been dying quite a bit to RPGs or tank rounds, but a lot of RPGs, and it's like it's an instant death, which everyone knew was coming, but it's weird. They've changed the animation. Like, you don't even realize you died. Like, all of a sudden you don't exist anymore, and it's very strange. So right here, I highlighted this guy in red because I wanted to talk about target prioritization. What I've been doing on this game is really being everywhere, trying to be everywhere, floating around to every target that we're going after, defending. And that one infantry is not as significant as Echo was right there. I wanted to get back to Echo and cover the cap, cover those guys capping that, make sure no one comes in and wipes them out. So I decided to let him go, and you know, I could have circled around and wasted 15 seconds killing that one guy, but instead I covered Echo. And I think that's a good goal on a chopper to do that kind of thing, especially here where what we did on the airfield, they've taken it back. So what I'm doing is I'm circling and I'm getting some shots and trying to get hit markers, but I'm giving my gunner good hits in there. And I'm watching the perimeter of the airfield to watch for guys like what just happened, sneaking out to the hangars to try to get a vehicle to come after me. So as I circle, I'm letting him shoot down, and I'm telling him just keep putting fire on the airfield on the flag. And I'm watching that perimeter and calling out targets, and they'll get them if I have to. So we, you know, as you saw, we were first on the scene at the airfield at Charlie here. You know, we were the quick reactionary force, and we came in and we pounded everyone there. And I look and I see that we have enough support there from our team that we can move on to another objective. I did want to point out, I missed his Jeep. I was really mad at the time because they'd been Jihad Jeep the entire game. And I saw him coming, but I didn't have the angle to go after him. And he got one of our guys. So that was disappointing. That was a little bit of a miss. But you know, what can you do? I move on. I start looking at what flags we hold and which ones we don't. And I realize a lot of guys don't actually know how you can tell that. Like, you see the blue squares or the red diamonds here on the mini map. I put an overlay down there for you guys. Those actually go in order. So regardless of how many you have, it starts with Echo and goes to your last flag. So the third one's always Charlie, the fourth one's always Delta. So that's a good tip if you didn't realize that already. You can just count through the alphabet there and figure out which flag needs it's being taken or vice versa. That's pretty much what I do a lot in this. One of the reasons I can get away without running air radar and attack helicopters right here, my squad mates called this helicopter alpha. So I go third person a lot when I can't find a helicopter that's near me and start spinning looking for them, and we find them and take them out. A typical Sarge takes them out quick. And no sooner did Crimus and Krupp take Alpha than they start taking it back. This was a pretty tough game, back and forth a lot. And so again, I was already here for the enemy chopper, but I also act as a quick reactionary force in that I'm the first on scene, and I can provide a pretty powerful base of fire to either eliminate the enemies that are here or prevent enemies from moving in and getting a foothold. So Crimus and Krupp roll back into the tank, and I do my best. Me and Sarge start taking out infantry for them. And I think he just took one out, we took another one out. I think that's pretty much everyone, so we move on to another objective here in a second. As we almost get killed by our teammate there, I think. But that's pretty much how we played this game, and it worked out really well. This is my first time playing on 5 flag waves. Although it wasn't too different, they moved a few things, like where the egg that spawns was moved down to Delta from use from the airfield. But here you see, I mean, you can see how quickly in the attack helicopter we can traverse back over to Echo. If you think of how long it would take Krupp and Crimus to get here in a tank, I mean, it would literally take them 4 or 5 minutes, and that's if they didn't have to fight through any enemies to get here. You know, so we were able to come over immediately, start taking out vehicles first and infantry on the flag. You know, this tank didn't even know it hit them. They've reduced the armor on the tanks with the patch, so they're pretty much death traps against a good chopper pilot. Already pre-patch, I could take out a tank in one pass. So post-patch, with them weakening it a little bit, it's not even fair. And there I took out a bunch of explosives. I don't know if he was setting up a new Jihad Jeep or putting mines down. but I killed the infantry guy and the explosives. And I see some mines there, so that's probably what it was. But that's a good way of supporting the team. You know, that's a tank that he could have taken out there. So, and at that point, you know, we're starting to get a pretty good control of the map. I start taking, I think this is the A spawn, or maybe a lab. But I line up my shot. I know I have time. It's not doing too much damage. It doesn't seem to do a ton of damage, but it's enough to put you into a retreat, as you can see. But here I'm actually checking my score there. I'm looking to see if they still have a full team as I hunt down the enemy. So a lot of times when you run a chopper this long and we haven't died yet, you'll see the enemy team just quitting out. But I think we all capped them there and just dropped their score real fast at the end. Really successful game. You know, we go flawless in the chopper, and I know as the pilot I'm not going to get a ton of kills, but my gunner went 12-0, and Command we went I think 18-0. So I consider that very successful. I like the choppers a lot post patch. I fear they're probably going to get a little bit of a nerf though. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that and learned something from it. Please leave feedback, share with your friends if you think there's anything informative that they might gain from it. It helps them be a better player and better teammate for you, and it helps our channel grow. Anyways, for 11 Bravo, this is Fets, and I'm out.